Alright, I was trying to make this video earlier, but it's like a pain in the ass trying to find what I had actually said. So, I made this comment back in April, and now it's coming back to haunt me because somebody I'm talking to, like, I guess, went through all of these pages on my Facebook or Instagram or whatever. I don't fucking know. And they're like, you said this. You know what I mean? So they automatically are just like, this is how you think. Instead of talking to me, people rather just go and try to research me and do all this other shit. And like, I just don't get it. Like, why not just talk to me? Because you going through and looking at little snippets of stuff I said on Facebook or Instagram that I put on my page, like, that isn't gonna tell you shit. That's just gonna be like, you're just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, even reading it, like, I don't know. Reading it now, I could see that, I was joking. But, I was referencing, basically how, like, nowadays, like, and this isn't everybody. This is mostly just, from what I could tell, women, because men aren't doing this. Like, most young guys I know would never get away with any of this behavior because we'll just clown the shit out of you for it. You know what I mean? Guys will make fun of other guys to the point where, like, no guy would ever, say this nut shit. So, but this is what I said. This is why this woman got upset. I said, I never thought I'd see the day where fat women are getting money to take their clothes off. I was referencing, like, OnlyFans, you know what I mean? Because a lot of girls are doing that. And a lot of overweight women are doing that, because who doesn't like something easy that you can do without having to exercise or leave your fucking house? And then I said, this shit is crazy. You would think fat women would put clothes back on for free. But in this clown world, Western world, America, this society, we live in, fat women's ego. That we live in. Okay, this part I don't understand. I guess I messed up here, which is another thing too. I need to go back and edit some of this stuff, but I just don't care enough. Probably because I voiced the text when I did this. Like, I'll hit the mic and I'll just start talking, and whatever my phone records, which is usually Siri, and Siri's a piece of shit. She'll put it down, but she usually fucks that up. But something about, fat women's ego, is pretty much blown the fuck up. Like, they think, social media and this is mostly, guys like me and a lot of guys out there, it's our fault for this happening, this type of culture, because you've had this inflated sense of ego that these women are going through. And it's mostly because guys will say anything to a girl. So it gives them that confidence boost. And then you figure, we're all messaging all these women, just trying to see who's going to have sex with us. You know what I mean? And, they're all like, ooh, all these guys like me. You know what I mean? No, these guys don't like you. They just want, some guys might like you, but a lot of guys just want to sleep with you. But they can't no guy can say that. I mean, some guys will say that if they're smooth enough, if they look good enough, if they have tons of money, they can say this type of shit. Because they have the money, they have the looks. You know what I mean? So they can get away with saying crazy shit. Whereas, like, I don't have the money and I don't have the looks. So I can't just say crazy shit. So I gotta, be nice in the beginning. And, and I don't understand why this is like why people look at this like this is some new thing that guys have been doing. Guys have been doing this shit for thousands of years. Well, not thousands of years, but guys have been doing this for, quite a long time, in the last 100 years. Like, this is just something you do if you, if you want to, if you're trying to get some cheeks, But Yeah, so she got all upset about that shit. And I said fat women should put clothes back on. Who is being misled? I don't know what that means or what that's referring to. But then I said she believes she is more valuable than she really is. And what I mean by that, I mean value in an attraction, point. You know what I mean? What's attractive to most women? I mean to most men. And what's attractive to most men is a fit woman. Most men will try to say, "Oh, I'm okay with an overweight woman." But you're just doing that because, again, they'll say what they gotta say if they want to sleep with you. They're gonna say that you're not overweight. They're gonna say that you're pretty. They're gonna say all this shit. And when you hear that day after day after day, it gets drilled into their little brains. They start to believe it. You know what I mean? Because why would this many guys be saying this? It couldn't be because guys are just trying to have sex and that, the internet hasn't changed anything. You know what I mean? We still want to have sex. It's just now, we compete with more guys, So you gotta have better words, you gotta have better game, or better everything. But what did I say? She believes she's more valuable than what she is, which is a whale. So I compare fat women to being as valuable as a whale. And I love whales. Whales are awesome, I think they're valuable creatures in nature, But so I'm sure if I was Moby Dick, fat women would be valuable, but alas, I am not a whaler. Okay, now, I thought that was funny because, one, I use the word alas, I don't use that all very often. And then two, I said I'm not a whaler. Now, I'm not a whaler, but I do like to fuck fat girls. You know what I mean? And I think it's just because, one, it's, it used to be because they had lower self-esteem, so they were a little bit nicer. But now, because of social media and internet, their self-esteem is much higher now because they think they're more valuable than what they are. And they think that they don't have to put any effort in. Like it used to be, that, these people would at least attempt to put effort into losing weight. But now everybody wants a quick solution to everything. So going to the gym is it's hard, it's annoying, it's irritating. I was at the gym earlier. I didn't want to go, but I went anyway. And then by the end of my workout, I didn't want to leave. Which is kind of how it usually goes sometimes. But it's just, this is the society we live in. A bunch of people that don't want to fucking put any effort in. They want everything to be easy, which is why OnlyFans is popular, which is why, all this internet, online, social media crap is so popular because it's easy to just get a phone, to, start a profile, and to put little effort into doing anything, being accountable, And it's funny too, because it's like this girl that got upset about this comment that I made. One, she took the comment and she immediately thought, well, I'm fat. You know what I mean? So one, she already called herself fat. I never called her fat. She did it to herself. Second, she sat there and took everything personal, which women do all the time. They look at it, they're like, well, he's talking about me. You're not that special, okay? I'm talking about everybody, okay? I will talk about fat men, but fat men know they're fat. And they're either, too comfortable to do anything about it, or they like where they're at, or they think it's too hard, and they don't want to put any effort in. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to. Lack of discipline, laziness, and just, they want to see quick results, and they don't see it, so they just give up, And then they'll say stuff like, well, you're in shape or you're skinny because, you have a fast metabolism or it's genetics. They try to say all these reasons why I look the way I look. I'm the way I look because I don't eat enough, I don't sleep enough, and I go to the gym. That's why I look like this. It's not because of genetics. It's not because I have a fast metabolism. I'm 35 years old. My body's slowing down. I'm getting older. It doesn't recover as fast. I'm not healing as fast. The reason why I'm in shape now at 35 is because I give a shit about my body. And I think that's what really disturbs me a lot about like overweight people is the fact that if you really cared about yourself, instead of plastering on bigger clothes, instead of putting on, if you're a woman, putting all this makeup on and doing all this stuff, work out, do something, you know what I mean? Eat healthier, go to sleep. Like, holy shit, man. Like, the hardest thing I did last night was try to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep for 2-3 hours. It was hard. It was hard as fuck. I'm gonna try to do it again tonight, but that's what you have to do. You have to do these things you don't want to do, like going to sleep, like eating healthy, like going to the gym, and it never gets easier. But if you show discipline and restraint and self-control, then you'll start to lose weight, And usually, honestly, I feel like a lot of like overweight people in the beginning, it can be really easy for you to lose weight if you just do just a few certain things. Honestly, I believe like just walking and running, you don't have to go get a gym membership. Like you can just walk and run and just change your fucking diet and lose a ton of weight if you're overweight. You don't necessarily need to lift weights, but it's not gonna hurt. It fucking definitely helps, But like everything, like it takes baby steps. Like I didn't fucking like go to the gym and then instantly like I got it all figured out. Fuck no. Like I made lots of mistakes. I still make mistakes. But the point is I keep going. I keep trying to refine and hone my strengths and work on myself. And I try not to compare myself to other people. Like I compare myself to the guy in the mirror. That's the only person I'm competing against. It's the only person I'm fighting against is the person in the mirror. That's it. But I don't know, like I've had this conversation with my sister, who I've not talked to since she hit me with a tablet. I brought up the fact that she's a single mom. It's my baby sister. And I brought up the fact that she's been overweight my entire life. And, we got into a heated argument, which ended with her losing control and slapping me in the face with a tablet. Now, she's tried to reach out and talk to me. I have not talked to her. I refuse to talk to her. Cause it's just a bunch of bullshit, She sat there and said, called me a bitch and said all this other stuff, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm like, fine, I'm just not gonna talk to you, because I know you're gonna calm down, you're gonna realize you made a mistake or whatever, or maybe you're not, you know what I mean? Because she's got a lot of issues she's got to work out herself, but I don't think I instigated it to the point where she needed to do that, you know what I mean? She's an adult, and this is what I hate, There's no accountability. Like women always, my emotions, it's my period. There's always some bullshit excuse. Meanwhile, for thousands of years, women have had periods, they've had emotions, and they've been able to do things. They've been able to run marathons, get work done in the house and stuff without a dishwashing machine, without modern appliances and machines. They did all this shit, and they cooked good ass food. They knew how to fucking dress and wear dresses. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, but nobody wants to put any effort in,